Yes, I love questions.
How was the energy coming off the spring?
Great, great, excited. We got a chance to get back together, and they were really looking forward to it. And the coaches are always looking forward to it. You know, they're our heartbeat, and we miss them when we're away from each other, and we felt it reciprocate back from player to coach, which was nice.
What was the retention level? What you left off from to where you picked up today?
Good, good. Yeah, they clearly were locked in, and like Coach said, they were going to be away, and you're never off. So clearly they didn't just shut it completely off. They just went away, and the retention was really, really strong.
Did you learn anything looking at film of the past couple of weeks practices?
Oh my gosh, did I learn? I learned so much.
What was there maybe one or two things that stood out?
I believe that we're building depth, and I can see that where we have a very responsible group that wants to serve, so they're willing to move around and shuffle around, and they're not getting too excited about looking at different spots. They're gaining a lot of understanding of the fundamentals necessary to play in our structure. So that's been very, very pleasing.
I think one of the moves before the break was putting Josh Kalu at safety. Was that something that?
Yeah, we grade every player, every play, every day, and in doing that, we're trying to be sure that we have our best players on the field most, and then how long they can play and how well they can play in the structure and in the call will then determine how long. But it looks like Josh and some others needed to maybe just take a look at another position to see just how many good players we can get on the field at one time.
Who are some of the other guys that you're looking at moving around?
Well, you know, Tyron rejoined the group today. We put him outside to look at him in space. He's an athletic, fast player. That looks like he's got some aptitude out there. We again moved a couple of the defensive backs around, and it's just spring football. So I wouldn't, and I don't mean to minimize the spring, but we've got a long way to go until the first game. So I wouldn't sink too much of your teeth into that and read too much into it. Again, we're just evaluating all the players and seeing structurally, for sure, in the back end and personnel-wise, who would be the best collection of players to play. And all those decisions will be made by Coach Riley. Coach Riley handles all personnel decisions.
At the outside linebacker spot, what are like a couple key things you want from those guys? Because I see you coaching them, pretty hard. Like,
Yeah.
You want them. There's certain things you want them to do.
Yeah.
Those
So.
couple of things are key.
It's going to be a hard thing to answer without a lot of other background, but I will answer it and say that because that position is either force or adjacent to force, and if you don't have force, you're going to have a bad play, period. So they're very, very critical players in our defense. They're probably the second most critical player in the defense as it relates to setting force and being adjacent to force on every down. So they're very important players.
So recognizing what they've got to do is important. Like, how do you
Absolutely.
want them to play physically?
There's a myriad of different tasks that they're going to have to do. They're going to have to do combat with large tight ends and have the ability to hand-to-hand fight with those players and set the edge. They're also going to have to be able to drop and play in space and be proficient on skilled athletes that are running routes. So it's a unique position for unique players, and it looks like we have some of those guys.
Who do you feel like fits that mold that you've seen?
It's hard to say. We obviously want the biggest, fastest, most athletic, tough-minded, football-loving, smart guy that we can possibly acquire, and those guys are on our team right now, and so you can look at the team and kind of pick them out yourself.
What have your thoughts been on Lamar Jackson so far?
I've been pleased with Lamar. He's a long lever, big skill athlete. It kind of moves like a little athlete, which is a unique collection of traits. But he's coachable and tough-minded. He loves football and he loves his brothers, and he's been a pleasure to work with.
Before spring break, some of the receivers were talking, and actually Danny Langsdorff too, said you guys were using a lot of different coverages and kind of mixing, you were kind of throwing a lot at the quarterbacks. How many coverages do you want to use in your defense, and how much of that is just showing them looks, and how much of that is something you want to incorporate in the actual defense next year?
Yeah, I don't know. We go into each week trying to decide how to stop the opponent and prevent points or keep points down. Shocked the offense we're talking about our coverages. So you'll have to ask Coach Riley.
Do you think there's like specific ones though that you prefer?
No, the ones that help keep the points down.
You talk about the spring just being one portion of the whole plan here. Do you feel like you're on schedule?
I feel like we're putting another coat of paint on, and that's exciting. So every coach, myself mostly, got better today. Tried to get better. Every player is improving, and not that we all love every role that we have, and not that every player loves every role that they're going to be asked to play. But if you're getting better and you're improving, how could you be upset, and how could you not feel like you're moving forward as a team?
When you take over a group of punters, do they tell you that no one has ever coached?
It's so funny. Those guys are awesome. They're great to work with. Yeah, I'm not sure. You coach them like linebackers, so I'm not sure they're used to that. But it's so fun.
What's the reaction?
Yeah, shock. Yeah, but they respond. They want to be coached. Those guys, all those guys I've worked with, these guys in particular, they want to be coached. They want to work hard. They want to be the best that they can be, and they want to please and do it right. So, like any other position that you're working with, you get that great response and great player-coach interaction, and that's what keeps you coming back for more.
Some have the perspective of, hey, just let these guys do what they do, stand back. You're not like that. Why do you choose that more hands-on approach with specialists?
Well, punting the football is a fundamental system. There are some tangible traits that are going to make you a little bit better than somebody else. But if your fundamentals are off, you're going to be a bad punter. You're going to be a bad punter. There's no way to not be. And if your fundamentals are great, you're going to be a good punter. And then your tangible traits might make you a great punter. But if you're fundamentally sound, you can teach anyone, if they're fundamentally sound, to punt the football down the field. Very good. I've been very pleased. They're fun to work with.
I see that break here in the schedule. Do you get a chance to maybe reevaluate and kind of, it's kind of such a hurry for you to kind of get in and get everything implemented. Do you get to kind of take a step back and evaluate where you're at and how things are going for you this fall?
Yeah, we try to do that. We try to be very, introspective and accountable to our work every day, and take an account of where we're at. We've already, on a day-to-day basis, deleted and added what might be an installation plan for today, maybe needed to be tweaked a little bit so that it was user-friendly for the guys, so it wasn't like we were waiting for some moment to do that. We have an opportunity each day to do that, and we try to take account of that, so we can all move forward. Thank you.